Some of you will watch this. Which kind of introduction with this? I can't see one man like that. I didn't get what I'm saying. Yeah, but thank you very much, Marius. Thank you, Solomon. Thank you, all the organizers of this body program. Thank you for those who are also, privileged to listen to such great minds. It's good for you to gather in a place where people are going somewhere. I'm listening clearly to Ben as was presenting. And I was now no longer surprised why his office is called Field Days, the man of the field. And he took us on a practical dimension of the real estate business. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to listen to other speakers, but for such a program that is laden with power, I'm sure every other person that has spoken to you has transferred knowledge. Are we following? And I know as you are holding your head and talking, that means a lot is even entering your head. Are you following? It's good to talk to yourself. Somebody hearing me. One of the attributes of great mind is that they talk to themselves. You have to talk to yourself. Think about when you listen. You have to gather yourself for a meeting. Yes, you have to have a meeting with yourself. If you allow people to meet on your head, most times you don't go places. You have to sit and have a meeting with yourself. And that's what determines where you are going to. And today, good topic is talking about the influencer. An influencer is not somebody who just wakes up and starts to do things. So you must be deliberate, you must be intentional, you must be strategic. It's a deliberate effort to move yourself forward. And the most, I was in a meeting this week, with one of the foundational transport companies in this country. Many of you know Christmas Transit. He said the best thing you can do for yourself is to compete with yourself. He has a school, the Medical College University, and they had a secondary school. They did their 1 year anniversary, and he clearly told everyone who cared to listen that men have to compete with themselves. See Coca-Cola. When Coca-Cola started, funny enough, they were saying, "Who are your competitors?" And they sat down, began to strategize on who will be our competitors. And they were naming many other beverage companies at that time. Then the strategies I was working with them told them, "No, all you have mentioned are people who are just trying to be on their lane. Your greatest competition as Coca-Cola is water." Can somebody say water? Water. So I look around, everybody is drinking water. Imagine a product coming, even I came here, I'm carrying water. And the company came out and said, "No, we are not going to compete with every person that is doing beverage. We are going to compete with water, something that is natural. Your greatest competition is the one you develop for yourself. Build it from inside out." I was glad when, if I got the name correctly, I hope I'm right, is it Chinasas? Started talking to us about, was it Chidimo or Chinasas, the one that did the wordsmith? I love wordsmith, by the way. You can't go far without having the power to construct words. Somebody for you. Whether by text, or by speech, or by interaction. You can't go far without the ability to construct words. So there's a skill, which I'm also building, and she just clearly displayed it. Ability to craft words. Ability to put the right word together. I'm a pastor, so you have to permit me, I have to be, bringing, stuff together. If you go to Job 6:25, it says, "How forcible are right words." Are you following this? To become force. That's why 2 people present a proposal, 1 will be taken. That's why 100 people will stay in an interview, and only 5 will be taken. How do you craft your words? You have knowledge, you are filled, laden with knowledge, but when it comes to bringing it out, you are myopic. You do 5%. That's why a lot of people have career accidents. I work in an industry where every week, almost every day, your skill set is put on the test, on the front burner. We have sessions, morning sessions. We have monthly review sessions, NPR, like many of you must have known. We have ARCO sessions, Access and Ability Committees. We have sessions with law enforcement, we have sessions with the public, we have town hall meetings. The town hall. So there are many sessions. And you don't know when you are going to be placed on a test. You don't know what the front line that is going to test the skill set you have within you will come up. So you need to sit down, develop yourself. In the slides that I have, we're going to throw some light on some of the things I've mentioned on how to intentionally and strategically is enlarge your circle of influence. It's an intentional act. It's also a strategic act. You must be intentional about your brand. I was glad when somebody put up the question, how do you improve and how do you build your brand? The greatest brand there is, somebody follow me today, is yourself. Your brand is you. What you build around yourself constitutes your brand. If I look at my brother that is sitting right in front of us, he has carved a niche for himself. He's trying to build his brand. My brother, can you stand up, please? And I've been looking at you since I came here. Please. This is yourself. A sister. You can see now. You know the power of perception. Are you getting what I'm saying? Now, can you see how she has cleverly moved me away from what is a brand? You portray what you want people to perceive. Are you following me? That is why military men, no matter how they have, they portray strength, they portray capacity. When there's a challenge security-wise, and the enemy is there, people are running this way, second. They are pushing forward. Are you following me? Yes. And sometimes when they're pushing forward, you see them mark their faces, wear bush on their head. What are they trying to do? They are trying to make you understand that you're invisible. I get what I'm saying. And many people who go along those lines, they create some element of fear and terror around them. That is why in general, when he gets to his house, it comes down to the normal person who truly is. Are you following? But when he's on the field, in the office, he's a totally different person. That is what I'm encouraging us to do today. And that will make us to intentionally and strategically build our brands. Who is the influencer? Is simply one who makes impact, negative or positive. Anyone who makes impact. There are negative influencers. Why are our young ones hooked up on drugs? Growing up, seeing St. Maurice adverts, people that smoke. You see the man, he's wearing white. His car is white. His door is white. His floor is white. He enters the White House, drinks from a clear crystal glass, and says, yes, St. Maurice, be smooth. Hey! People now think, anytime I'm smoking this cigarette, I'll be smooth. Are you getting it? That's exactly the impression they're trying to create. So whether it's negative or positive, somebody who is an influencer makes impact. You are out there, you are throwing an image to the public. You are throwing an image to your colleagues. You are throwing an image to your customers, what you want them to perceive. In banking, they tell you that perception is everything. Everything. That's why a bank that is perceived to be strong will be getting customers. They won't do marketing. I remember those days when we were, first of all, innovated to a certain point. Then we were entitled to receive a brand new car. And we said, no, we don't want brand new car. Just give us the money. He said, it's not correct. We're trying to build a brand and a perception that the public is going to buy. So we must, somebody say we must. We must give you this car and you must drive it. Are you getting what I'm saying? Yes. So when you walk into or drive into a customer's place and he looks out the window and sees a brand, this brand, they know what they're doing. Are you following me? They know what they're doing. It's perception. Perception is everything, especially those who are going to make positive. Even in the house of God. That is why the place is air conditioned. That's why the ambience is worked on. That's why the people dress well before they come into the house to portray something. That people who are here are not loafers. People who are here are people who are somebody in the society and people who are going somewhere. Somebody hear me? Yes. So perception is everything. So you need to make up your mind today that you have to make positive influence. Positive influence. Positivity becomes a smoke that exudes from you anytime you go into the marketplace. That is why I can confidently say I've been a banker for 23 years. I'm still going forward. I have knowledge. I love what you said then. That you must develop yourself. I told myself, listen, I can never stop learning. Currently, I'm running a PhD degree in economics, and I must get there. Somebody here prepared. I must get there. You know, when I got to Lagos, there's something Lagos did to me. It changed my perception about life. It changed my perception about many things. I saw people who were already something, according to my own definition. They were not satisfied. They kept on pushing forward. They were not okay with just a certain level. They knew they could be better. So somebody who is here today, if you don't get anything out of this program, get one thing. That where you are is not where you ought to be. You have to push forward. And some of you who are here, I also dropped something. Please, the facilitators, you have to commit me. Deuteronomy 2 verse 3 says, you are 2 verse 1 says, you have dwelt so long on this mountain, move forward. And there's something very spectacular about that Bible verse. He said, move ye northward. Anytime you are making a business presentation and you say your figures are going south, that means your figures are going what? Down. But this one, having not studied economics or financial management or artificial intelligence, said move what? Northward. So you that is here today, is it not time? I begin to move your business, move your career, move your content creation to another level. That is why you can sit down here. Many people are on the streets doing all manner of things, maybe paid to come here to sit down and listen. That because people who make impact will first of all make sacrifices. People who make impact will first of all make sacrifices. People who make impact will first of all make sacrifices. I wake up in the night, 2 a.m. I'm reading, scrolling through. Of course, it's not the time to do selfie. Somebody follow me. It's not the time to do selfie. It's the time to deepen yourself. Get books. I'm a voracious getter of books. Anytime I see a book, it will be drawing me. It will be drawing me. It will be drawing me. Drawing me. Are you getting me? Yes, sir. It catches me. And it's a good catch if somebody follows what I'm saying. And you don't rest until you digest the content. These are some of the things you do to create positive impact. There are 3 cardinal things you need to know while you are creating, you want to strategically be an influencer. Number 1, build a strong personal brand. It's simple. Okay, it's tiny, but I guess we can see a little. Number 2, developing your skills and expertise. Developing your skills and expertise. Then number 3, consistently delivering value to your audience or your community. When talking, I believe I've mentioned about the strong personal brand. I also believe I mentioned about developing your expertise and your skills. But I need to tell you something about consistently delivering value. You see, a lot of people have good ideas. A lot of people start good programs. But many are not consistent in continuing. They stop halfway. They get hijacked. Somebody says, what are you doing? You're wasting your time. You forget a business that is going to help you in the future. Many people have started, was it someone? I read something this week about Alexander Graham Bell. The first time he developed that telephone, he sold it to a company called Western Union. They said, they laughed at him. What are you talking about? Which kind communicates? This one, the highest you can do is just send telegram. Telegram is going to dominate the telecom industry. They are bringing us something called telephone. They completely ignored him and laughed his idea to score. Later on, they didn't know that man was going to develop a 333 billion invention. Telephone. The telephone became a very. All of you here have phones, am I correct? It was a man that started it. If Western Union had patented that discovery, by now, what you'll be hearing is, where's your Western Union? Are you following somebody? Where's your Western Union? But no. So let nobody run you down on your dream. Can you make a commitment to yourself to be consistent in what you're doing? Number 1, identify your niche. Know where you are perfect. Know the things that you do well seamlessly. I never knew I could do marketing. That is why I'm trying to unmask something for somebody. Sometimes your personal disposition or your upbringing, your character does not necessarily speak about your niche. I used to think that I can only walk inside the house.
auditor. That's what I was those days. I can work with, typing things, reading something, making a comment, and sending it out. But that paradigm changed when I got a work to work in a financial institution in the year 2000. I went for an interview. Out of almost 1,000, I get crashed, by the way. People came with letters, I didn't come with any letter. They said that writing test, I went. Sometimes when you hear that writing, go there yourself. Yes, sir. I hear that writing test, I went there. They said, you must hold letter. I went there. Which one letter? Every person who are going to write. So when I looked at people who are with letter, they were about almost 250. And those without letter, almost 800. The whole place was jammed. Initially, I was discouraged, but I said, I'm going to stay here today. I got free here, who must be here. So we allowed those that came with letters to go and write. They wrote and came out as privileged and started bouncing home. Then I said, okay, all of you, who do need then you copy. So that's how we all went in and wrote the test. Luckily for me, I did the test and then I went back to Port Harcourt because I was doing some audit for Port Harcourt Refinery at that time. And my friend called me about 2 weeks later. Said, oh boy, what did you do? I said, what is it? They brought out about 120 names. Your name is there. Say, me? Can you clap for me? You're about to clap. Pressure. His name is there. Past those who came with letters. And they now sent me a letter. Those days, text messages were, which kind of text message? You shoot that before. The test is going to be holding us away. So 120 of us came the first day, and we wrote the test. They brought out the shortlisted 30. My name was there. Then after the second day, we finished the shortlisted 12. My name was number 1 on the list. Now hear this. The funniest part of the whole thing was that I was thinking they would be in operation. So I was still inside the bank and be punching, tapping on computer, doing word processing and all the processing. No, they put me in marketing. Just imagine what my mother said when she came to me. Now, interpretation. My son, can you do this? Because she knows how her son is. Always indoors. Not an outgoing person. If we were my younger brother, she would be comfortable. For me, I'm not that kind of person. But I had to come out of that shell. You need to come out of that shell. Don't you wear something and say, this is how I am. I'm taking an opportunity. I'm passing you by. You say, this is how I am. Can you change how you are? Let me tell you, many people are called into ministry, but some people volunteer themselves. Have you ever thought of that? You know what I'm saying? They volunteer themselves. Even in the military. Some people are conscripted. If you go to Ukraine, you ask them, conscripted, but some people volunteer themselves. Yes, that is your disposition. Volunteer yourself. Shake off all those things that people use to becloud people who are progressive. Be progressive. Dare yourself. Move yourself. Unction yourself. And that will be the criteria of people who are going to make it in this time that we are living in. People who are radical. I look at young people, I'm excited. There's a lot of radical thinking. Not you come and hold your son down. I have a son, Trevor. He told me that he wants to play football. In those days. Thank you very much. In those days. My response will be the response of 100% of Nigerians. 100% of Nigerians. My response will be the same. But it's changed. It's no longer the norm. It's no longer the same. I said, I will encourage you. And I told him, I'm going to, are you following what I'm saying? This September, travel. Are you getting me? And you travel. Yeah, because you can't muzzle people no more. There are people who are developing things which are swifter than medicine. Your son must be a doctor. It's no longer in this case. A mother traveled from Nigeria for the son's graduation from secondary school. The young man is living in the United Kingdom. And when she got there, the boy is very bright. And they've already packaged the young man for medicine. She went there and the young man told him, what I want to do is artificial intelligence, something in the IT space. She came back like that, left the boy. I get me. Because at that age, he's making 23,000 pounds a month. Yes. So things have changed. There's an evolution that is happening in the business space, in the IT space, in the world in general. People are sitting at home doing stuff. That's why sometimes I worry about our country and some of the people that say they're law enforcement agents. A young man can be self-employed and still drive a GL 550.
Yes, sir.
A young man can be genuinely doing his thing and change FX, I don't know the numbers to call now, FX 470 or whatever, change it. A young man can afford to travel at will anytime he wants and still come back. You know, the first time one of the few times I was traveling, the immigration officer looked at me and said, "Where are you going to?" When they see young men, first of all, they're intimidated. And then they put on that their intimidating posture. Say, "Where are you traveling to?" I said, "I'm going to Dublin." No. I said, "I'm going to Ireland." He looked at my ticket. Says, "Where do you say you're going to?" I said, "I'm going to Ireland." He said, "You're not going to any Ireland." I said, "But I'm going to Ireland." He says, "My friend, you are going to Dublin." But for those that don't know geography, Dublin is a city in Ireland. Dublin is a city in Ireland. I said, "I'm going to Ireland." He said, "You're not. If you don't tell me where you're going to, I'll stop you from traveling." And I told him, "Young man, look at me very well. You see, this trip, I don't even want to take this trip. I'm not excited being at the airport at this time. Look at me very well. And if there's any reason why you should make me not to make this trip, you'll be the happiest person. I'll be the happiest person in this very airport. So I'm done with you telling me that you're stopping me. If you are not ready to release my passport, just let me go and consult the authority. And from here, you'll be looking at me, I'll go home and make this trip." The one looked at me. He handed me back my eye. That's why there's a skit on social media. Is it what do they call it? Is it those guys that are busy embarrassing people?
Yes.
What's the name of that?
Immigration.
That's immigration stuff. Visa on arrival. Visa on arrival. Anytime I watch it, I'm so amused. I'm so amused at the things that, but most of those things, they don't happen at the embassy, they happen at the immigration problem. Why you are trying to leave? You already have your visa, you have your passport, then those embarrassments will be coming. But let me tell you, let not your mind be there. Just develop yourself. Be focused on making yourself the best brand that there is. Are you following me, somebody?
Yes, sir.
So develop a niche for yourself. Number 2, become a creator. Start by creating valuable content. You are in a business. Do blogs, videos, and podcasts and sharing them on the relevant platforms. Do videos and blogs. I was in the United States some 5 years ago, and my nephew told me, "Uncle, what are you doing?" Because I was doing a video. Then I said, "I'm making a video." He said, "Are you a vlogger?" That was the first time I heard that. I said, "I'll be hearing blogger. I get something. Even though I'm still trying to understand blogger." And I said, "Are you a vlogger?" I said, "Sorry, sir." When superior knowledge jam you no longer age again. You have to bend down and learn.
Yes, sir.
He said, I said, "Are you a vlogger?" I said, "Sorry, excuse me, sir. I don't know what blogger is." "Oh, somebody who does video blogging." I learned that one. You can learn from any person.
Yes, sir.
All that chip on your shoulder and all those high shoulder, you need to let them go for where we're going to. You can let. One day I came back from work. One day I keep saying this. My son asked me. Then he was in primary school. He said, "Daddy, is carrot a vegetable or a fruit?" I said, "What kind of question is that?" What kind of question is that? Carrot is a fruit. And the young man, as smart as he was at that age, just laughed. And I said, "Daddy, carrot is a vegetable." I looked at him, the confidence marveled me. He shocked me. And because of that disposition, I had to bring out Google. Someone say Google. I bent my hand and I brought out Google. And I began to check lazy and lazy. And truly, lazy, I was wrong. And my son in primary school was right. You can learn from anybody. You can learn from anybody. And let me tell you, as you learn, you improve yourself. As you improve yourself, you move yourself forward. There are no two ways about it. So make up your mind that, in exerting yourself, putting yourself in the front, putting yourself in the world, you are ready to pick up as you go. Every day you pick up. Let me tell you, if you take a picture now, then, right? 1 year from now, you are going to see the people that actually made use of this information. That one is, I like this one is good. You notice those that, some people just they say we should come. If I don't come, no. Some people are going to deliberately, every day, be putting this thing on their foot and moving forward with it. And time will tell. One thing about time is that time is a very powerful judge. At the appointed time, it inevitably renders a verdict. So how much of your time did you actually apply to the things that you know? Don't just wave it up and say, this just... Thank God we're not talking from theory. I'm speaking from experience. Coming out of school, I didn't know what direction I was going. I started doing pure water business. And I was making waves with pure water business until the banking thing came on board. I said there must be something. I was giving money to go and buy shoes. I said, no shoe now. There's something about building yourself. Build yourself. The time for clothing and everything is still coming. But what do we see today? People want to have phone first. Phone first. Uncle, I need an iPhone. Hey. And some of them will go to their uncle and auntie's houses. Uncle, I need money to go and buy textbook. Look at the phone, iPhone 13. How is that so? Mommy, I need help. And look at the hair. Going straight here. Parents, be asking your children, where did this hair come from? Where did this come from? Somebody said to marry your daughter. In fact, if you are coming to somebody said about I wasn't married, I said something about my yes, you must ask the man, what do you do? Not I'm in business. No. No. There are many businesses now. Kidnapping is a business. 419 is a business. Yes? There are many people, you can't, even when they're talking in front of you, you are lost. No, I must know your business. I hear what I'm saying. Yes, sir. It's called KYC. Know your customer. But I call it KYI. Know your in-law. Once he comes to your house driving a Venza, you'll be pressuring your daughter. You must marry him. You must marry him. I'll go with you. Even before the man says anything, you've attributed, you've relinquished your daughter to the man. Or relinquished your sister to the man. The guy will call you. Wait, come, let's hang out. I'll start hanging out. Say, no, take this 50,000. Hey! So let's take it. You not come back, my sister. All these things are truths. They've taken many to the pits of hell and any other thing. They've taken people to places you never imagined. People are living in places, driving in cars that they want to escape from. Living in houses that are nothing more than cells and prisons to them. Emotionally drained, handicapped, incapacitated, trapped. It's not something you wish on your greatest enemy. But what do we see? They come out, they are flashy, everybody is adoring them. I want to be like you. I don't want to be like any person. I'm funny enough. I want to be myself. Can you clap for yourself? Somebody was saying, one day, I drive a Mercedes. Somebody dashed me a Mercedes Benz. So, to me, it's not an aspiration. All these things that people struggle for, one day you're going to see them become a walk-over. Yes. But it depends on what you are doing today. That is how it works. So that is why we're here trying to turn matter into brains. Turning matter into brains. Are you following me? So touch your brain again. Say, I'm going somewhere. I'm going somewhere. Ideas are developing. And I'm going to use these ideas. I'll use these ideas. I know some people don't want to touch their hair because they made their hair before coming here, but it's acceptable. Number three, be a networker. Turn yourself into a networker. Network with people. You are here sitting among people who are going somewhere. Before you leave, don't just sound away. Take 3 numbers, 4 numbers. Anytime I go for a meeting, I make it a deliberate thing to do. I say I must leave here with 2 contacts. I don't make it too many, so I'll become discouraged. I must leave here with 2 strategic numbers. The only prayer will not be, oh Lord, lead me to those 2 people. That's my prayer. Lead me to those 2 persons. Be a network. How much time do I have? Am I done? Time is up, right? No time. Yeah. Please, I'd like to know. I wouldn't like to encroach on your time. Okay. How much time do I have left, please? 5. Perfect. So, lead me to those 2 persons. Same thing when I go for a social function. Same thing. Those 2 persons. When I go out, lead me to many of the people who have helped my banking career are people I never knew, people I just met. So when I meet you, I'm always very enthusiastic. What's your name, sir? Godswill. When I meet Godswill, I know there's something that Godswill can help me achieve. There's something I can also help you achieve. But let there be a connection between both of us. Anywhere, including going to a mechanic. The other day I was with a mechanic trying to fix ISM. If you know what it is, intelligence servo module. I'm trying. And the man, when he started talking to me about the countries he has been to, oh, thank you. Up never. Somebody say up never. Up never. That has become a slogan that is not going to be. You know, yesterday I was watching something on the net, 2 days ago. And somebody in the UK, he was kneeling down, and he heard, what's that whistle again? That whistle that blows, and when they bring light, he jumped on, yeah! He said, only a few will identify with this. Yes, Niger will identify. When you hear that whistle, everybody run up. Yeah, turn on this one, turn on Finch, turn on, I didn't get it. But we're going to come out of it in Jesus' name. Okay, so, you network. Your network is one of the most important things you need to build on. Then number 4, be consistent and authentic. Be consistent. Consistency is a fundamental principle that every businessman, every student, every mother, every father, every student, everybody needs. And be authentic. Be your original self. I see many people, you are following somebody. The person now goes and dyes his hair white. You now go and dye your hair white. It doesn't transfer knowledge. Somebody hear me? Yes, neither does it transfer the content in the person's head into your own head. Yes, the person goes, yes, ear, pa, put earring. And I say, let me know. Now go and pencil it, bah. It doesn't transfer money. Are you following me, Tommy? Yes, sir. You look like the video, you look like, is it the same bank account? It's not the same bank account. And they tell you, you just perform. Are you serious? Everybody says so. My brother, develop your own self. Let them say you look like Nduka and Akukwa Keba. Let that be what you have around you. Then, number 5, utilize collaboration. Use it. There are names on your phone. Sometimes I sit down and I say, I'm going to perform Operation OSD. What does that mean? Operation Scroll Down. There are numbers on your phone. There are keys to your help. They are still there. You've not called them. Not even text message. And don't you bother me with saying, Happy New Month is text message. It's not a text message. Happy New Month. People don't look at it anymore. Do a check. People don't look at it. I say, mystify you. I do wish you have a great week today. I guess what I'm saying. It's not Happy New Month. I'm mystifying you. The current happenings, I know that there must be a way for your online business, or there must be a way for your textile business. Let's talk more. You don't have anything to tell him, but tell him, let's talk more. Immediately, the man is saying, this guy might have something. I get it. This guy might have something. Not happy new month, happy morning, happy afternoon, happy evening. See, every person, no matter how you look at it, is a capitalist. Everyone at every point in time is thinking, what value can I get from you? Yes. Look at your political friends. Immediately they enter, they forget some class of people. Until you tell them, I know how to capture Ghana East. Yeah? He'll respond. He'll respond. He'll respond. I'm telling you, everybody's looking for something to go. That's why they say bankers are capitalists, but they are one of your greatest friends. They will drill you down, they will make you commit to hard work. They can't take, I'm feeling sick, I go home. They're not talking about that. You are sick. But your numbers, I hope you remember, you have to do this. Remember that today is what the 30th? 29th. Remember today is 29th. We have 2 days to the end of the month. I hope the budget will be met. Okay, now that you're feeling sick. Are you getting what I'm saying? Some people feel that once they walk into the place of employment, the employer must look at their faces and see how they are. Are you fine? Are you okay? No, it's not like that. That's why when there's somebody to let go of, you are the first one that comes to their mind. You are the first one that comes to their mind. A task that is technical, he says, give it to Nduka. That is a niche. That is a niche. Have I answered the question?